Hi everyone, it's Lisa here from Arcane and Stellar with a pick a card reading. This reading is going to be about getting messages from your person. So your person of interest, whether it's a love interest like a crush, someone you're in a relationship with, someone you're in a situationship with, an ex, anything goes here. It could also be for platonic relationships as well, although I do want to say that it's more love based. Okay, so probably going to be more on that end of the spectrum. So I wanted to say, okay, first of all, one of the decks I'm using here is I got it off of Etsy, and it's Messages of Love Oracle cards. Very cute little deck. And then I wanted to say a really huge thank you to Julie. Julie got one of these for herself, and she's like, oh, Lisa would like one too. So she sent this to me, and I've seen it before on around, and I didn't even realize it had oracle cards in it. So if you've ever noticed this book, it actually has cards in the back. And I'm using them in this spread, so thank you, Julie. You're a sweetheart. And let's see. That's all I have to say, honestly. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that by going down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store where you can purchase a reading. Many different types of readings. And then, as well, if you get something off my Amazon wish list, I have 2 of those. Anybody who gets one always gets something as... a reading as a gift, I guess, back. So it's kind of like an exchange here. And the price doesn't matter. It's really the thought that counts. It's just another option for those of you that would like to, gift to the channel or fulfill one of my little dreams. So yeah, that's just another option. But yeah, I am hoping that this reading finds you all well. It's timeless, so, whenever you find it. But 4 piles, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Timestamps are down below, okay? See you in your reading. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 1 with the Fuchsite, this is your reading here. There we go. It's like a little cute little glittery log. It's very cute. I like that stone. So, what messages would your person have for you right now? First of all, we have empathy. It says there's more beneath the surface. So that's very interesting considering what animal you guys have, which is the common tortoise. Wow. Like, that's seriously very matching, isn't it? Because the tortoise, can carry its home is its shell. And there's a lot of tenderness underneath that hard shell. We also have a living room, which is all about, your personal space. We have release. Radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. We have temperance. I remember the order these came out. They actually came out in Devil, Temperance, and the Moon. Yeah, I remember that when I was shuffling. So, your person, what would they say to you? This person's trying to release their... This person is a lot more sensitive. They would tell you that they're a lot more sensitive than they may seem. They may seem to be really hard. They are very slow to trust because what's inside of them is very, very, tender and delicate. And they may put on a front, okay? But I feel like this person's a very intuitive person. The one thing about this, the common tortoise, is that if you look at the back of them, back of a tortoise, they have 13 scoots, which actually represent the 13 moons in a year, right? So it's kind of this balance between earth and sky, right? The tortoise is close to the ground, yet its back represents this, kind of like the sky in a way. And that's kind of this person. I feel like they could be very earthy in nature, but it doesn't mean that they have to be an earth sign. It could just be that they are really grounded. And in some ways, they might have a slow and steady type of way about them. For some of you, this person even could just... I'm almost getting to, some of them travel a lot. And they want you to know that they miss you. Even if they don't show it. That's a specific message for some of you. But essentially what I'm seeing here is that this person... they're a lot more intuitive and connected than they might seem. Okay? That's one thing I'm feeling too. as a message from them. With the moon here, I feel like this person does dream about you. They have fantasies about you. There's also a lot of fear that can come with the moon card, okay? A lot of unknowns. There could be a fear of the unknown. Think about the tortoise, you know, sticking its head in when it's scared. This person could often do that. With the devil, I do feel like this person probably wants you to know that they deal with a lot of issues, okay? Now, I know a lot of people will jump to addictions, and that may be true for some of you. Some of you, they may struggle with addictions, but the devil can be so many more things. It can be talking down to yourself. It can be old fears kind of holding you captive. And this person could be held captive by some old fears. And I feel like they'd like to tell you, for a lot of you, that this person feels balanced when they're with you. With temperance, I really feel like this person knows that you care. They feel it. It really helps them. So for some of you, this is a thank you for, they would love to say thank you for being there for them, despite maybe ways in which they've acted. You know, maybe tough or difficult. If there's been retreating and stuff like that, they're sorry for that, because there is a lot more that goes on beneath all of this, right? Look at the well here. It's like they have a deep well, I feel, and it's kind of like the shell. There's just this like imagery of, you know, because what is down under this stone? It's water, emotion. And I feel like there's a lot of depth to this person. They just don't know how to show it. It kind of bubbles under the surface. And they might have a really hard time opening up. We have release. So it says radical acceptance and surrender can help you let go. What I feel like this is saying is not even just towards you. It's more towards the fact that this person is trying to surrender a bit more and to be more open. I feel like that's what they want you to know, is that they're trying their best, I feel, to really release. Also, this person, for some of you, could have been a long time loner, okay? Because sometimes the tortoises are generally like pretty solitary. So again, this could be like a long time bachelor, or this person might feel like solitary, like being solitary is more fitting to them at this time. And or they might just have that mode where they kind of retreat a lot, okay? Because that's one of the, you know, the attributes of the tortoise. And so there could be like, for some of you, it might be that this person wants you to know too if they've retreated from your life, or they're kind of like not in contact with you, or they're not talking too much, or they're not showing too much. There could be a lot of things going in them that they would like you to know about, but they can't tell you, or they feel like they can't really open up. Even though they know you'd be understanding, it's still hard for them to kind of release that fear of opening up and really coming to terms with the emotions as well. Because for some of you, that this person even sometimes hides it from their own self. Man, you know what song came to me just now? In My Room by the Beach Boys. That song just came to me, so that might mean something if you want to go look it up. And then, yeah, that's essentially what I'm seeing here. I want to try to make this shorter because I know my readings have been like mega long lately. And I feel sorry for everybody for that. Because, yeah. Sorry. I'm going to go ahead and take some charms real quick, okay? So for those of you that like the charms, we'll bust them out. Let's see here. So let's get some charms. I'm gonna probably do it off camera so that it doesn't, you know, screw up your ears. Okay. I think that's plenty of them. You know what? I'm gonna move that because that's gonna fall down, I'm sure. Okie dokie. So let's see. I'm going to bring these up. So we've got the frustrated Arthur fist. So for some of you, this might be like, I know you're frustrated with me because I don't open up. And I'm sorry for that, okay? They could also be frustrated with their own self, okay? With the to-do list, this is very sarcastic in nature, the to-do list. And so it kind of reminds me of somebody who maybe acts like kind of sarcastic to cover up their emotions. Do you know what I mean? Like, so somebody, if they see us sad, it's okay, I'm an Aries, I've done this before. And I think a lot of other signs can do this too. It's just really anybody who can be uncomfortable showing their emotions sometimes. It's like there have been like scenes where I felt they were really sad, but then I just made fun of them. Do you know what I mean? Like movie scenes or something. But secretly I was crying, and sometimes I would go to the other room and cry. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like that type of stuff. And there could be that sense of this person that they're like that, but they want you to know that they do have a lot more emotion than they might portray. With a key, I feel like in some way this person wants you to know that you have the key to them, that you can unlock this and kind of set it free here. We have the horse. Perhaps they're looking to you to somehow kind of lead them in some way. We have live your dream as well. Let's see. They try to act invincible is what I feel here. Again, with the Mario star. There's like, they probably try to act like nothing hurts them. But they keep a lot of things locked up. A lot of their, feelings are locked up, and sometimes it might even come out in aggression. Do you know what I mean? Maybe that's sometimes how they handle sadness, is through aggression, or like acting like they don't care, or acting sarcastic or bitter. I feel like this person is essentially sweet, but they might have some obstacles to them, right? Because watermelons are amazing, but they have seeds. And seeds can kind of sometimes be a pain in the butt, but watermelon's still good, right? We have New York here, so that might mean something for somebody. The Statue of Liberty is shown here, so that's a monument of some kind. This person could, let's see. There's a sense of liberty here, right? The Statue of Liberty. So maybe this person, whenever I think of liberty, I was wondering if this person, for some of you, might travel a lot or something, or they live in a different place, or they have some kind of like free lifestyle. And we also have no matter where. This could also indicate that some of you guys live maybe at a distance or something. You're always in my heart. We have a clock. Again, slow person, probably. With the 0, right? It's a ghost dog from Nightmare Before Christmas. This could indicate that this is based off of a friendship. And they would say that you're a very good friend to them. We have the butterfly too, which kind of can indicate transformation, that this person is trying to transform, and they want you to know that, that you're helping them through that, perhaps, for some of you, and they are thankful for that. With sense and sensibility. Very interesting. Because what is it about but two sisters? By the way, thank you so much to the person in the last reading who reminded me, Marianne and Eleanor. Jeez Louise, I couldn't remember Marianne's name. But they're, essentially, if you haven't seen or read Sense and Sensibility, there are lots of great versions. In fact, there's a really good one of my favorites. Well, I like the Colin Firth version, but I also like the one with Alan Rickman and Kate Winslet and Emma Thompson. Definitely an amazing movie. But the two sisters are totally different, One's very sensible, and then Marianne's like kind of the, she's falling in love so easily, and kind of like very emotional. She wears her heart on her sleeve, whereas Eleanor's a little bit more, tight and rigid, afraid to open up. But both of them love just the same, right? And it could be that this is indicating that this person does kind of, keep things reeled in a bit. Do you know what I mean? To kind of uses that hard outer shell to hide the emotions. One of the most emotional scenes, in my opinion, is in that version in the 90s version, when Emma Thompson just bawls at the end, and she finally just lets out all of her emotions. It's a very beautiful scene, actually, because she's kept it in so like tight, all of her feelings, and that's how I feel like your person is. Really, they keep a lot in. Man, I even wanted to get teary talking about that. Okay, so anyways, that's what I'm seeing there. Whoopsie. And let's get a few letters. Do you guys like my bracelet I made? Let's see here. I'm showing it off. Let's see. We've got... I didn't really... Here, I grabbed a few more. I wasn't concentrating. Okay, there we go. So we've got... Oh, we've got Reno, Nevada. I knew some people with the last name too. We have Sin. We also have Sane. Interesting, because so this person might try to act like very sane, very smart, intelligent. You know what I mean? That type of vibe. Let's see. We have pony might mean something to somebody. We almost have sorry, but we're missing an R, dang it. We also have, let's see. Well, we have quite a few here. I'll let you guys look at them, and maybe you'll see some initials or names here in these letters that you'd like to tell me about. But yeah, I'm gonna stop here and just let you guys, have your reading. I really hope that this resonated with you. It gave you some kind of insight into what your person's going through. And if you'd like to have a personal reading with me, all that information is down below in the description box. If you'd like, there's the Etsy store where you can purchase a reading, and then as well there's the Amazon wish list where you can purchase also. If you purchase something off my Amazon wish list, I have 2 of them, and it doesn't matter which one you get. Just be sure to leave an email or an Instagram, and I give a reading as a thank you. So it doesn't really, like I said, doesn't matter the cost. It's more the thought that counts. It's another option. And yeah, so that's another thing you could do if you'd like to have a reading. But I hope that you all are having, a wonderful time. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye-bye. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 2 with this rainbow moonstone, this is your reading. So let's find out, what would your person want to say to you? What would their message to you be? So we'll start with the first card, which is take the helm, be control of your own ship. I would definitely do feel that this person is very interested in a lot of freedom. They probably like to have a lot of self-control in their life. So that could be one thing that they would want to tell you, that they don't want you to control them, and they don't like to feel controlled, okay? For your next card, we have the sea turtle. So find your element. Now, interesting enough is that the sea turtle is all about freedom, okay? Because a sea turtle is actually something that, well, at least a female sea turtle, she swims like crazy. First of all, she has actually a lot of more range, okay? She doesn't do well on land, right? This is somebody, it's interesting because the turtle is something that, swims, like I said, very well in water. But when it comes to land, they're a little bit awkward at times. Also, this is a type of freedom-loving type of, I guess, animal, you could say. The sea turtle is very freedom-loving. They often don't actually settle down with a family or anything like that. They lay eggs, and then they just sort of move on. And this is I want to see what comes out more here when we look at the cards, because I don't really remember everything that came out here, but we have second chance. This relationship deserves a second chance. Okie dokie. Okay, I'm getting the feeling here. Let's see here. We have a journey. Oh, wow. Okay, that makes sense. That's funny. For some of you, this person moved very far away from you, and that could be literally or not so literally. It could just be like, metaphorically, I guess. Okay, your person's message to you is that they would like to have a second chance with you, especially if they chose their freedom over this connection. Okay, this, like I said, this person may need to have their own freedom. Okay, I think freedom's something that's very, very hard for them to lose. But I do really sense that your person wants you to know that if they were to have a second chance, they would try to be much more balanced, okay? Because not only do we have the Two of Pentacles, right? That's kind of indicating, a duality, a balance. We also have the Justice, which also has the 2 scales, bringing things into balance. I feel like this person, perhaps, for some of you, if this is a person that's far away from you, it's like they would like to come into some kind of harmony. They'd like to work on a chance to make this happen, okay? They'd like to take control of the situation to kind of bridge the gap between you. For those of you, where this is an ex or something, or somebody where it doesn't really work out, or it hasn't really worked out, it could be a situationship. This person really wants you to know that they'd like a second chance. They'd like to have a more balanced connection with the 3 of Pentacles. This could talk about teamwork. So working on something together. And that doesn't have to be a job or a project. It could just be literally working on your connection, on the stability. We're getting a lot of pentacles, right? The Two of Pentacles and Three of Pentacles, which is also showing a progression, right? And so I do feel like this person would want to progress it to a more steady place, to work with you more on keeping the relationship secure. If this person, again, was kind of a freedom lover, somebody who just had a hard time really settling down, I feel like this is a person who's wanting a second chance, that wants to let you know that they'd like a second chance. Again, too, if this person, like I said, if there's distance, this person wants to come closer. They want to balance it out. They want to be closer to you. Yeah, that's essentially what I'm seeing. For some of you, too, there's just a specific message. So throw this out, please, if it doesn't resonate with you. This person would want you to take control of your own life, to seek your own freedom if you're tied down in a relationship, that you're not... like, they want you to know that you have a second chance for life. So if you're in a relationship that they know you're tied down in, they would definitely tell you that you can control your own ship, that you, interesting, the ship's in the background, that you can manage it even if it seems scary, even if it seems impossible. You can take charge of your own life. And it might be a journey, but it's one that you can really sail through smoothly, I feel, and come out on the other side. So that's the messages I'm seeing here. I know they're very specific and it's very short, which is unlike me lately. Lately I've been blah, 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 blahing on. But again, I'm essentially seeing perhaps those 3 different situations. But essentially, I mean, this person really would like to come back into a balance with you. They like for things to be better. If things have been stormy, it's like they want to get them into a better place. They don't want it to be stormy. They'd like to come into a better union with you. They'd like things to go smoother. And with Justice, for some of you, like, it's too, what I want to say with this, the one thing about the sea turtle in terms of human emotions is that sometimes we block or repress our desire for freedom. And I notice a mask here. And this person could have had a mask onto this connection before, to the value of it, right? And I feel like for some of you, this person would let you know that I've learned my lesson, and I'm sorry I took this for granted, okay? And yes, I like to be in control, but I like being with you more, and I'd like a second chance. So that's going to be for some of you like a definite message here. Again, with the journey, I'm getting that sense of distance for some of you, like a physical distance. It could be, like I said, metaphorical. So I'm going to take some charms, and we'll dig in and see what comes out there. Okie dokie, let's see what we've got here. We've got a Capricorn. So Capricorn, oh my god, we've got Sagittarius, so 9th house. Could be definitely some distance here. Some travel, international relationships. We have Scorpio. We also have the message in the bottle, okay? So that's telling me that this person probably wants to reach out to you. There could also be some things that they haven't told you, they haven't quite opened up about. It also makes me think of distance, too, like long-distance communication. For some of you, they could also have a letter that you've written them before saved. They might reread it sometimes. Look at this. We have, don't look back, that's not where you're going. So again, maybe hoping for a second chance where you guys aren't looking in the past. We have the shell. This is kind of something precious. I feel like they think that they would tell you that you're something precious to them, because these type of shells usually have like a pearl or something inside. And then we have, we have the frustrated Arthur Fist. We have London. Again, kind of talking about perhaps distance. You know, maybe someone's in Europe. We have astrology, like the constellations. I always think of astrology when I see this. So again, there might be some, you know, special synastry between the two of you. They might feel like this is written in the stars. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland. So this could be this person likes to read. It could be, again, talking about a journey. Alice goes on a journey, right? And maybe some of it's been really strange and weird between the two of you. You might have had a long journey that's kind of full of a lot of weird stuff. We have a swan. This is like a swan mother and child, so like a baby swan, a child swan. So there could be that kind of connection there, but it could just talk about like having a deep connection with you. We also have a bone. So for some of you, maybe this person's like, I know you have a bone to pick with me. That's what I'm getting. There could be some stuff here that they know you're mad at them. So they'd be like, don't look in the past. I'm not like that anymore. That's definitely some for some of you. Like I said, we have Capricorn, Scorpio, and Sagittarius. That's the 8th, 9th, and 10th house. Interesting. Wow. That's kind of an interesting thing there, because it's kind of like a progression of some kind. The 8th house can be kind of secretive in some way, because it's Pluto. It's associated with Pluto, right? It could mean that this was a highly charged sexual relationship at one point. It could be that this person was a bit secretly into you, okay? There could be secret held back feelings. There could have been, again, distance perhaps, but like becoming more public, perhaps with the Capricorn. Like wanting to come to a more responsible place, right? So perhaps this person really wants to open up. They might have a lot of things bottled up inside too that they haven't told you about. So that's what I'm seeing for the charms. Let's get some letters. I'm amazing at sliding those off. So good. Again, if there isn't a distance, it could be that you guys come from different backgrounds, or it could just be that you guys have been distant in life. You know what I mean? Like you're at a distance emotionally. You know, like cut each other off or something like that type of thing. Let's see what we've got. We got a lot of letters here. So we've got fail. I'm seeing that right away. Maybe they felt like a failure in the past. Like they failed in some way. Yeah, because we have failed as well. Like, I feel like this would be like, I'm sorry I failed you in the past, is what I'm feeling here. We've got... Oh, we've got gold. So, this person might feel like you're, you know, gold to them in some way, very precious. Which makes sense because there was that map. Actually, I think that bottle also has like a treasure map. So it could be that they're trying to find their way back to you because they know that you're really precious to them. We've also got... We have Nick. So for some of you, maybe someone's name's Nick. This could be like a... We also have Nicole and Nick, like Nicholas. So the dual thing there. We have Dawn. Okay. We've got talk. So I do feel like this person would want to talk to you, to have another chance to talk to you. No. Let's see. Oh, yell. Maybe this person's afraid that you would yell at them if they talk to you. Maybe that they really made you mad. We have tang. Interesting. So tangy. Or tang, the drink, the powdered drink. Oh, you know what we have? We have icky. Icky. So that's what I'm seeing. We have age as well, so it could be, there could be an age difference here, okay? For some of you. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I mean, if you see any other words here, I'd love to hear about them in the comments below. I love when people comment, and I'm always surprised at what you guys find. And if there are some initials here or something like that. I see my initials. E-K. Actually, E-F-K. Is there a J? That would make it even more my initials. No. Okay. That's okay. Anyways, guys, I'm wishing you all the very, very best. Thank you, for your support, for all your comments, your likes, and subscribing and stuff like that. I really appreciate you guys. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that by going down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store. Oops. And you can purchase a reading there if you'd like. And Also, there's a link to my Amazon wish list. So anybody who gets something off my Amazon wish list always gets a reading as a thank you, just because it's a sweet thing to do. And I appreciate it. So I always do a reading. Just be sure if you choose that option that you leave me an email or Instagrams to get a hold of you. And those are all private. I do all private unlisted videos, so that's how my readings are. I don't do written readings because that's, I don't know, I find that more difficult. It's easier for me just to talk. But anyways, take care, guys. Sending you lots of love, okay? Bye-bye. Hi, guys. So if you chose pile number 3, and this is with Amethyst, this is your reading. So let's see here. What have you got? We've got... So this is messages from your person, obviously. Sorry, I'm kind of like jumping into it. We have change. So, know when to move to a new shell, especially if yours no longer fits. So that's the first thing coming out here. We also have the barn owl. So this is listen for spirit. This is really making me feel like this person feels very intuitively connected to you. I also get the message, though, that this person might say that I'm not as in tune spiritually as you are, like a subconscious type of message. We have friendship. So this friendship is leading to more. So for many of you, this is somebody who wants you to know that they value their friendship and that eventually it can go to somewhere more. We have court. We have the moon. The Empress. And the Nine of Swords. Okay, let's see here. Okay, let's see. Honestly, with court coming up here, it does make me feel like your person's trying to be very fair in some way. They want this to be, this could be also saying that they're a very practical person, okay? Perhaps they're a little bit too practical at times, and they know that. Especially because they know there's a need. There's this, like, I feel like this is a person who doesn't quite understand spirituality yet, and they want you to know that for some reason. Even if you've never even mentioned that you're spiritual to this person. Like, this could be like a message from their subconscious, okay? I feel like this person with the barn owl has been getting a lot of signs and synchronicities, okay, in regards to you. And they would let you know that, like, they've been dreaming about you, okay, because we have the moon as well, that you've been on their mind, that they feel something, but they can't understand what it is. For some of you, this is, for some of you, there's a distance here, possibly, and I just get that because of this moon card. I always see the two wolves on either side of the moon, but that doesn't have to be the case for all of you. I would just say that one of their messages to you is like, no matter how far apart, I still feel you somehow. I don't understand, like, the connection. I don't feel like this person quite understands why they feel this way. And it drives them nuts, I feel, in some way, because perhaps in some way they've disappointed you. I've said some way like 50 times, I'm sorry. With the Nine of Swords, I feel like there's an apology here. That this person knows that there has to be some kind of change to birth something better. But it's really hard for them to do that. For some of you, this person could be married or in another relationship, or there's some kind of like legal status or issue. It could be work, it could be ties, okay, with court. It could be some kind of balance that they are trying to keep. And it's really hard for them to change it. I would say that's a message. They feel like they need to, but it's hard to take the action. For many of you, if this is a friend and you've been wondering if it could be something more, I do feel like it has that potential. They would say this has a potential, but let's grow it. Things are unclear right now. There might be some fears that this person needs to work through that they want you to know about. I do feel like this person would say that they're really upset at the moment too. I think that there's something going on in their life here with the Nine of Swords. It seems like they're going through some kind of pain or like difficulty in their life. They could be stressed the heck out. This could be because of you. It could be other things as well. I get the sense that they would want you to comfort them, to reach out and comfort them at this moment. That's a message for some of you. That, especially if this is a friendship, maybe they're not showing it all the time. Okay, maybe they act like they're fine, but inside they're drowning, and they would like for you to reach out for them. They might have to try to keep up appearances in some way. For some of you, this could be like a coworker or something, or somebody that you don't, quite, you know what I mean? It may be hard for you to kind of take that type of step. For some of you, too, this person is too afraid to move your friendship forward. If you've had that discussion before and your friends and you already kind of confessed some feeling to them, you know, like that you have a feeling about them, there is definitely... There's such a draw. This person feels drawn to you. They feel the connection. They feel an emotional bond, but they are so scared to go forward with it. There could be numerous things. With court, there could be things that you don't even know about them. That they're afraid that if you found out, that maybe you'd be not so into them. Like, and this could be something quite silly, actually. It doesn't mean that they're a big-time criminal by this. There could just be certain decisions or things that they've done in the past that they feel that they would be judged for. Okay? And they would want you to know, like, I don't want you to judge me. Or I'm scared you'll judge me. Or what if this doesn't turn out in a fair way? Like, I feel like it could be something beautiful, but if it isn't, then someone's going to end up being really hurt. For some of you, this could be like a work situation in which there's that conflict there. If it goes awry, you know what I mean? Your situation's going to suck together. And they know that, and they're trying to keep it balanced, okay? But change is like they want the change. Okay? I do feel with that Empress, like, first of all, they would tell you you're very beautiful, you're very kind and sweet. You probably, for some of you, especially if you're, well, even if you're not, it doesn't have to be male or female. You have a very feminine energy to you, okay? With this moon and the Empress. You're very intuitive. Perhaps you just know what to say to them at just the right time. That you know how to kind of mother them in some way, even if you're, a man. It doesn't have to be, gender's not so important here. Lots of men can have actually very nurturing vibes. In fact, I had a student once and her grandfather came to every lesson and waited for her. And he was like, such a sweetheart. Like, oh my gosh, I just love that man. And he was just all like long-haired, old hippie type of guy. And he would just go for his granddaughter. And she was really mean to him actually. But, you know what I mean? Like, men can be in that role. And, so just if you're a man watching this, I don't want you to think that you're being excluded from this. Just because there's the Empress here. And, but yeah, there's like there's a change brewing in this person too. I feel like this person wants to tell you that there's something brewing inside of them. That there's a change coming. But it's not time yet too. With the owl, think about the owl. The owl's very wise when they come in for something. In fact, actually, you know, it's interesting. I was driving home last weekend. And it was like super late. Because my car had issues. Anyways, I saw an owl just sitting on the road, like on the highway, on the other side, the other lane. It was so weird. I never saw something like that before. It was just standing there on the highway. And it didn't even flinch when we drove past. But yeah, it probably tried to catch something, right? And that's, this person's probably waiting for the right timing. Or for things, it's like, perhaps too, they're trying to tune into their own intuition on how to deal with this situation. Because they know it's kind of hard to understand, it's kind of hard to navigate. And so it's like, they're also trying to rely on their own intuition. It's interesting that the heart is behind it. Which kind of talks about detaching a little bit from the emotions, right? And finding illumination without getting too entangled in your emotions. Sometimes when we try to get our intuition, our heart gets too involved, whether it's fears that weigh on our heart or, hopes that weigh on our heart, by the way, too. And so one of the things about intuition is sometimes not getting too emotional about it, right? Sometimes there needs to be that separation to see it with different eyes than what's attached to our body. That's why I think it's so hard for many readers to read for ourselves. In fact, most readers will tell you, oh, I can't read for myself. We read for each other. And oftentimes, because it's really hard to really detach in that way from yourself. And might be what the person's trying to do, is detach a little bit and try to really tune into what they're really feeling. And I feel like there's definitely just something stressful going on between the two of you, and they're sorry for that, okay? So I'm going to stop rambling. I'm going to take some charms. And that's kind of what's going on with your person. Let's get some charms and see what else comes out. I've been like having epically long reads, guys. I'm so sorry. Man, what is up with this? I'm mixing them. Okay. Sorry. Wow, that was quite the cough. Okay. Oh, goodness. We have... Okie dokie, let's see. So, we've got a little mushroom. So maybe mushrooms means... Actually, you know what? My mom gave me this, and I haven't really tried to apply a meaning to it. So, maybe you guys have some ideas about mushrooms. The meaning of mushrooms. Maybe this person likes to trip on them. I don't know. Hopefully not. Well, I don't know. There's nothing wrong with that, I guess. Don't look back. That's not where you're going. So this is a person who could be trying... My finger's like got black stuff on it. There could be some stuff in the past that this person's trying to move past as well, okay? They're trying to look ahead in some way. So maybe it's something that's kind of in their own life, or it's with you, okay? We have to do. So it says, drink tea, make shit, pet animals, and die. There could be a sarcastic type of humor to this person, okay? This person also could be quite busy. With the to-do list, it does kind of remind me about work environment too, possibly. We have the Mario, the green Mario. So this is the mushroom, sorry. Mario. This is not Mario. It's a second chance. So it's like it's you know, getting more lives. It gives you another life. So again, it could be that this person wants a second chance. And this could be at life. It could be with you. For some of you, this could be that they want you to know that you have a second chance. Too. That could be a message. We have she believed she could, so she did. So again, there's this, for some of you, this is a person letting you know that you have the chance to do anything, that you don't have to dwell on the past, that you don't have to live in it. You can move forward in some way and capture life, you know, by the horns. We have give the girl the right shoes and she can conquer the world. Again, this person really feels like you're very powerful. And it doesn't matter, like I said, whether you're a he or a she, it doesn't really matter. This person feels like you are powerful. Again, I see this powerful, like, perhaps you know how to kind of get what you want. In some way, you're determined with the Arthur fist. You could be frustrated with this person. They might know that. Also, it does kind of remind me of determination. Like knowing that you're a very determined person. We have be. So, like being in the moment, for instance. Being who you truly want to be. Live, laugh, and love. So again, focusing on the happier parts of life. You might be a very cheerful person and they appreciate that with that Empress energy. We have a cat. So, I always think of cats like kind of like sneaky, sly, elusive a little bit. I love kitties. And we have the mermaid. Oops. One thing I noticed about her, she's kind of like just sitting there. So maybe for some of you, it's like this person knows you're thinking about them. They're waiting. They could be thinking about you too. We have Gemini. So that does talk about the third house. Writing, okay, can be something that you guys do. Communication could be big between the two of you. Gemini and the third house it's all about communication. Learning, teaching is in that house as well. It's usually teaching lower education, not higher. That would be the 9th house. What else could I say about this? You guys could be neighbors as well. But that's going to be not for everybody. Again, it's just really focusing on communication, thinking. You guys might have a very intellectual connection. And then we have do as you would be done by. Almost too simple, but this is all you need to get by. So doing unto others as you do unto yourself. Perhaps they see that that's how you do. That's how you live your life. That you're a good person. And they want you to know that. That they know that you do. You treat other people how you want to be treated. And they see that and they appreciate it. perhaps they've taken advantage of that for some of you, and that's left them feeling a little crappy with the Nine of Swords. So let's see here. I'm going to grab some letters. Let me see. I grabbed tons of them. I'm not going to spend too much time on these today because I just feel like I don't want to waste your guys' time. Let's see. We have no. So there might have been a rejection from this person. We have lie. So this person might have lied to you in some way. Okay. We've got, let's see. We have cold. Okay, there might have been a cold response, okay? There could be a sorry for that. Yeah. Hold on, let me just see this. We have wind, so changes. Wind really talks to me about, change coming in. We also have, let's see. If we turn this over, we'd have window. Let's see, we have night. Well, with the N-I-T-E. And we have need. Need to. Okay, what else could it be? Need to what? Need to what? Need to. Can you guys see any words here? That could be like need to, let's see, fill. Need to fill you up. Okay, that was a bad joke. That's an Aries joke. I'm sorry. Need to something. They want to do something. They need to do something. They know they need to do something. Maybe they don't know what they need to do, actually. Maybe that's the issue. They don't know what to do in the situation. The current situation. Maybe they'll say, I don't know what to do. And that's why we have the Knight of Swords. Because they just don't know how to approach this. Okay, so I'm going to stop there, guys. And I really do hope that this gave you some kind of guidance into what's going through your person's mind right now. What they'd want to tell you. Especially for those of us that have people that are like, like keeping all like that. So annoying. Anyways, take care of yourselves, guys. I'm sending you lots of love. If you'd like to have a personal reading with me, you can do that by going down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store, as well as a link to my Amazon wishlist. And anybody who gets something off my Amazon wishlist, either of them, doesn't matter which one, always gets a reading as a thank you, okay? So just be sure to leave me an email, Instagram, so I can get a hold of you to set up the reading. But yeah, take care, guys. Sending you lots of love and all that good stuff. Okay, see you next time. Hi guys, so if you chose pile number 4, I almost confused you there for a minute. We've got the smoky quartz. Okay, so this is your reading, and this is going to be messages from your person, okay? So let's start with the first card, which is reflect. So it says, peer into the endless ocean and see what peers back. Wow, I was totally not showing it to you. Sorry about that. So there could be some reflection. This person's reflecting on their actions, okay? Especially if there's been some issues, they might be actually really reflecting on how they've lived their life, the choices that they've made, and how it's led to whatever's happening between you. They could be reflecting on good times, bad times, all the times, okay? So let's see what's next. We've got, we have the broad-winged katydid? I'm not sure how you say that, katydid? That's how I would think it would be, but I know it's like a cricket. It's similar to a cricket. And it says discover the pattern. And in the book it talks about the fact that this has lots of little eyes, okay, that can see patterns. So that's interesting that this person could be wanting to let you know that they've been reflecting on their own patterns, on the patterns of life, the choices that they've made, their own patterns, as I said. And trying to maybe perhaps understand it too. For some of you, this person has been having synchronicities and they're trying to actually understand what do these synchronicities mean. They might be really focusing on that right now. Trying to understand what this could mean. You know what I mean? They could also be seeing things from your own eyes. If like you've had a problem or an argument, they could be reflecting on the ways that they've acted or behaved that would have maybe caused this to happen. For instance, we have patience. Everything will unfold in divine timing. This is another thing I wanted to say about this card. Back over to this. With the pattern, this person could be in a state of reflection. This could be about previous relationships or previous like lifestyles. This person could be really reflecting on their own choices, like I had mentioned, but it could be in a way that they are afraid of patterns repeating themselves. Okay, when you look at your life in a grand scheme of things, sometimes you can start to notice ways in which you've acted or chosen certain situations, or sometimes even some people just are sure they know how everything's going to play out. And for some people, that can be with a very negative spin, right? For some of you, this person could be working through a lot of negative patterns in how they view what the world is like, how relationships work, how they end. You know what I mean? There could be a little bit of that type of attitude there. We also have receiving a gift. I would definitely say that this person, in the grand scheme of things, has been reflecting, and they would want you to know that they've been reflecting on, perhaps it could be even a gift that you gave. It could have been gestures as well, because what is a gift but a gesture, right? It shows the physical symptom of something else, right? Whether it's sharing holiday cheer or thoughtfulness. There could be a lot of reflecting on good times as well here, because we have like the Christmas scene. So this person could be reflecting, yeah, on times that were spent together. For some of you too, this is a message that this person would want you to know that you're very much a gift to them, and that perhaps they haven't always been. Another message I'm getting now is that perhaps this person feels like the time isn't right to unwrap this right now. Do you know what I mean? Like they know that there's something precious between the two of you, but they just can't. They know it's not the right time, and that there has to be patience for this to. You know what I mean? It's like they're not the one who wants to open their gift before Christmas. Like my daughter's like that, actually. She's a Capricorn moon. I don't know if that has something to do with it, but and she's like a Libra sun, Libra rising, Capricorn moon. She's never been one to open her gifts early. She waits. I was an Aries. I was sneaking in under the tree, and I was unwrapping them and wrapping them back up. Yeah, Lisa couldn't wait. But this person, I feel like, has a lot of patience. They have a lot of self-control, perhaps, too. And that could be because, again, of that pattern, seeing things from a bigger perspective, reflecting on maybe ways that they've rushed into things in the past and it has gone awry. You know what I mean? Maybe there's been times where it didn't go well. And so, again, this person could be somebody who moves a bit slow. We have the Tower. So I definitely would say that you've somehow shook this person up in some way. For some of you, this person doesn't know what to think about the situation. If there's been a total like collapse between the two of you, like a fight or a separation of some kind, or some kind of cataclysmic event between the two of you, I feel like this person's definitely wanting you to know that they are reflecting on their actions. They're reflecting on everything that led up to it. Everything's replaying through their head right now. Everything that they said, did, that you said, that you did. Yeah, for sure. Then we have, interesting, now we have two funky cards here. We have the Unknown card and the High Priestess. Oh man, I'm not even sure like how I want to interpret these cards, to be honest. Part of me feels like some of them are very, okay, I feel like there's like a dual message here, and I know that's very frustrating. Sometimes for me, well, oftentimes for me when the High Priestess comes out, especially, it sometimes can talk about things that we're not meant to know. And it's interesting because it comes up with the Unknown card, which is an extra card in the Crystal Visions deck, which talks about something that is unknown. This person might not be wanting to open up or fully tell you everything. There's probably a lot this person hasn't mentioned. With the High Priestess, there can be a kind of not a cold energy, but it's a hidden energy. This is somebody who has a lot of secrets, hidden knowledge. Again, for some of you, I feel like this person with the synchronicities, this person could be like having a lot of synchronicities and they don't understand it and they don't know what it means, and they've been looking for the pattern. They could be having dreams or seeing things, and they're trying to understand why. And they don't understand it at all. So they're still trying to figure it out. especially for those of you where you didn't have a fight. It could be for some of you, this is like a message to you that you're shaking them up in some way, that they don't know how to handle this, that they don't know what it is and they're trying to understand it. They might come from a different perspective. This could be like somebody that isn't very spiritual. Now, on the other hand, for some of you, this is somebody that maybe is a little bit more spiritual. And kind of is trying to tap into some kind of higher knowledge. I feel like you'll know which one would relate to your person, whether they're spiritual or not spiritual. Again, I do feel like this person in general, though, there could be a fear of not understanding the pattern with you. There could be something destructive about your connection, or something that they deem as destructive. Okay, and they're scared of the unknown. They're scared of what they don't know. And that could be, for some of you, it's like they want you to have patience, because they just are trying to work through this. There could also be a lot of unknowns about the future between the two of you. Maybe you guys are at, like, you know, it's kind of like a thing where you're not really in control of it. Like you guys go to 2 different schools or something in 2 different countries, or you have, you know, you live at opposite ends of the globe and you can't just pick up and get together. For some of you, that might be what it is. Like that there's just like circumstances, and this could be like families or all kinds of different things. You know what I mean? Apply it to your situation. But I feel like this person, they know that there has to be like a total, like, life-shattering, life-changing moment or choice. And I feel like they're really trying to think it out. But I would say that this person definitely values you. I definitely feel that you guys have like a very spiritual connection, even if you guys both even don't understand it quite. Because even sometimes when us, you know, like me, you, we're in connections or we get signs and symbols, we don't always know what they mean. You know, it usually reveals itself later. And it could be that you're in that situation, you're like, I'm seeing all these things, but I don't know what they mean. And I'm trying to figure it out. And for some of you, like, but this person could be like literally Googling up number meanings and stuff like that, I see. Possibly. They would want you to know. I don't think that they'd tell you that. That's one thing. I don't feel like this person would ever open up about that, especially with the High Priestess here. The High Priestess is somebody who's, you know, very kind of tight-lipped in some way, holds a lot of knowledge but keeps it hidden and secret. So I'm going to take some charms for you guys. This is an interesting pile, actually. I was tripping out when I saw the High Priestess and the Unknown card. I was like, what? For some of you, this person, it's like they don't know the future between the two of you. They're trying to have patience that it'll all work out. Let me just see here. Okay, there we go. By the way, I'm not looking at them when I do that. I'm just trying to take them away from the camera so that I can not make noise as much. Good vibes. Okay, I like that. Man, I think every pile got this. Don't look back, that's not where you're going. So we're talking about past situations, hoping for a happier future. Because we have the dice there, so a luckier future perhaps. With this bottle, first of all, you could be receiving a message from this person, some kind of correspondence. It does remind me of long-distance correspondence, okay? It doesn't seem like you guys are face-to-face in any way. So you could be expecting, or I would expect that this person's planning on connecting with you again, or writing you if you haven't been in communication. I also get the sense of bottled up emotions, things that are kind of like left unsaid. We have the Swan, so this person is hoping, I feel like, for something beautiful to come out of this, even if they don't understand it. The Swan's also associated with Aphrodite, which is love. You know, the goddess of love, so. We have the Heart, so, again, I do feel like that this is a love connection for many of you. This person does have love in their heart, I think. We've got the Flower, the Hamsa. So I would say that with the Flower, they find you to be very beautiful and delicate, gentle. You may smell sweet. Or they imagine you would. Kind of reminds me of a Hawaiian flower for some reason. Like, I don't know why. anyways, and then we have the Hamsa, as I mentioned. So protection is what I always think of when I see that. We also have she believed she could, so she did, and I love you to the moon and back. So this person probably finds you to be very strong and assertive, perhaps, in some way. Or they believe you have that quality or that ability to you. We have Taurus and Capricorn, so some earthy stuff here. This is the 2nd and the 10th house. So again, there could be responsibilities that can keep you guys apart. There could be like literal responsibilities, values, public appearance, and stuff like that. Can be associated. These could be signs that are prevalent in your charts too. It depends. You're always in my heart. So this person has a lot of love for you. With good vibes, I do feel like they'd want to sprinkle some good vibes onto this connection, perhaps. They want good vibes. We have the mushroom, which my mom gave me. And I haven't assigned a meaning for that yet. So if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear about them. And then we have the mushroom. So again, leveling up is what this reminds me of. It's about getting bigger, kind of having a level up. It's again, this person might not know how this can level up. Okay? They may want it to, but they're not quite sure how that could happen. For some of you. For others of you, they just would really like this to level up. Even if there are circumstances, in the way. Sense and Sensibility and Little Women. So 2 different book charms. You guys could be readers. As well. There's some good love stories in these. These are, they have beautiful love stories. Little Women has a lot of good love stories within it. In fact, Friedrich and Joe, right? They're both from different places. Okay? I think Friedrich was a German, right? And then Joe was American. Sense and Sensibility. Also some good love stories. There are also circumstances there. With Eleanor and Edward, right? She thought that he was going to marry someone. Well, he thought he had to marry someone else. So it's a long story. But it was kind of a complicated situation. There was a lot of putting on appearances and following cultural society and stuff like that, within it. But yeah. So, the book's charms just might mean something to you specifically. Could just be that you guys like to read. Or it could also be indicating about it being a romantic connection. So let's get some letters. Let's see here. Oh my gosh, laughing in the background. So funny. Okay, let's see. We have a Tory. I don't know what that... I know that's something. It's a political party in the UK, but I forgot which one. I think Tories are bad. Well, no, I'm not going to say they're bad. I just know some people don't like them. I just hear it, okay? Apparently I hang around those kind of people. We have toy as well. Interesting. So I wonder for some of you, if with the receiving a gift, if there's been some kind of toy given between the two of you, like a teddy bear or something like that. Maybe that's a specific message for some of you. That there's been a gift that they treasure of yours. And maybe it's something kind of childish or cute, like that. We have... let's see. I'm looking. That was a weird... Okay, we have koi. Okay, we have... Hold on. Oh my god, we have victory. Victory. Maybe this is about the fact that this person is trying to figure out how you guys could have a victory together in the future. Or that's what they're hoping for. Like, that's what they want out of this. They want victory. We also have Sir. We have Yo. Yo, yo, yo. We have voice, I think. No? Or we don't have an E. Wait, no, we don't. Dang it. But yeah, I'm going to stop here with the with the letters. If you guys see some certain words in here, I would love to hear about them. I love when you guys tell me what kind of words you find. I find it fascinating. We have cat too, by the way. But yeah, if you guys find some initials or names in here that really resonate with you, I love it. Yeah, tell me about them. And I'm wishing you guys lots of love, okay? Sending you lots of love. Wishing you guys all the very, 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 very best for you and your loved ones. And take care, guys. I'll see you next time in the next reading. And also, if you want to have a personal reading, my little thing here, the information is all down in the description box below. There's a link to my Etsy store, which has, you can purchase readings there. And also, there are my Amazon wish lists. So I always do a reading for people who get something off my Amazon wish list. It's, just a kind response to kindness. So it's kind of like that. It doesn't really matter what you guys purchase off of there. It's just, the thought that counts to me. So if you do choose that option, you know what I mean? Just be sure to leave me an email or an Instagram in the gift note so then I can get a hold of you. But yeah, I'm really, really, really sending you guys lots of love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.